First off, guys, R.I.P. Breonna. The things I said in the first 4 parts of this series, look, man, a lot of you guys are upset. You think that the police made it up as part of some big conspiracy. It was a hit on Breonna Taylor that the police did, and all this other stuff. And look, fine. If that's what you think after hearing those 4 parts of those 4 masterpiece videos, then fine. That's your choice. You can think what you want to think and you can believe what you want to believe. But why do you look down on the streets so much? Breonna was a person from the streets. I went to school with dudes from the streets. I've been around dudes from the streets all my life, since elementary school. I can remember being in school. Them guys was bad in first grade. Them guys was bad in first grade, second grade. By the time they got to the streets, the drug dealing and stuff, they was already bad dudes. Fighting at school, jumping people, stealing cars, getting in shootouts, all types of stuff. This was even before the streets. So I don't look down on street people like y'all do, to the point where I gotta make up lies to act like they wasn't in the streets when it's obvious that they were. Because I know that the street, listen, you could have 4 brothers. The oldest 3, 2 of them in jail, 1 of them get killed, and then you got the 4th one coming up. What choice do he have but to be in the streets? He live in the projects, he live in a rough neighborhood. They're beefing with other neighborhoods that he didn't even start the beefs. He's just in it because he runs with the guys around his neighborhood. Or you're some chick, you live in the neighborhood, and all the little boys that are cute to you, and all the little boys with social credit, on social status, all the little boys that are somebody in your community are from the streets. So you gravitate to them and you do the things that they do. And you like guys like that because those are the guys from your neighborhood. Those are the guys from your environment, your community. They share your values, your norms. They share your shared experiences, your pop culture references. So you grow up liking guys like that. You grow up learning that, the streets is where the money is where it's a way of life. And you evolve yourself in that. And it is what it is. And if you lose your life to that, it's jacked up. Don't get me wrong, it's jacked up if you lose your life to that. It's so messed up. But I grew up listening to a guy named Scarface, Brad Jordan. I loved a lot of rappers. I did. I loved a lot of rappers. I loved too many to name. But Brad Jordan, he was like a god in D.C. where I grew up. He was like a god. He was like honorary Washingtonian. Because he was so real. He was the realest. We're talking about the realest. And I learned a lot of things about life and about what happens when you take certain choices in life, in certain roads. When you take the fork in the road and you go a certain way, what to expect. Y'all don't listen to Scarface? I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. You only get a minute to pray and a second to die. These are all classics that talk about the realities of the streets. Not some fantasy, some fairy tale. Go on, do your time. That's one of his realest songs. Go on, do your time, my nigga. Like, don't talk to me about you in the game, you gonna do some time. Crooked officer, why you wanna put me in a coffin, sir? That's part of the game. That song came out in the 80s, Crooked Officer. If y'all think them officers was crooked that killed Breonna, that was Scarface was telling y'all about that in the 80s. That's potentially part of the game. When you get into that drug game, that's part of it. Nigga don't believe that song. Them niggas wrong. Gangsters don't live that long. You remember that? It is what it is. Listen. Just because Breonna may have been from the streets and she may have been from the hood, you got to accept that. Just because she was in that lifestyle and she was surrounded by major figures, and she appeared to be 10 toes deep in the game, that's y'all that takes something away from her character. That those are the facts. Y'all the ones that need to erase that from her history, so y'all can like her more, or ride for her, or advocate for her, or feel bad that she died. Y'all need to erase that. I don't. She could have that on her resume. Okay? She could have that on her resume. And I could say she still didn't deserve to die. Or it's still tragedy that she died. Or that she was in a... She died and damn, it's fucked up. Damn, she's fucked up. Oh, man. You know? Y'all the ones that need to make her this pristine, golden girl, debutante for y'all to ride for her. That's y'all doing that. That's not me. So when y'all get in my comment section, y'all talk about what a bad person I am, how much of a sellout I am, how could I do this? I'm black, I'm tearing down the black. Listen, it is what it is. You know? And I still see the humanity in her. You guys need her to be a certain way to feel the humanity in her. If she don't come in a certain package, you guys can't feel the humanity in her. Y'all gotta take her and erase this and move that and twist that and do that. Nah, take her as she was. Okay? Now, because you guys been protesting and marching, the city of Louisville has thrown you guys a bone. Okay? They giving you a bone. Black woman to lead Louisville police in wake of Breonna Taylor killing. And this ain't really nothing, because black women are the police chiefs in many of the major cities. In many towns that you would never even think of. Phoenix. Like, I mean, you pick a town. It's some towns where you be like, damn, a black woman's the police chief there? So, this is not really some landmark thing, but it's a bone they threw to you. They got rid of the white guy who was in charge, and they put Yvette Gentry in charge. And she has some things to say that, you know, I kind of was, you know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I feel she has to do what she has to do. And, you know, and she has to be down for the cause, but I don't know if it's going to make Louisville any safer. Okay? So she says, I'm not here just to help you on board your beautiful buildings downtown. I'm here to work with you to onboard the community that I served with all my heart in West Louisville, that was boarded for 20 or 30 years. Okay, so she's coming with the victimhood narrative. She said the past 4 months have been tough on police officers as well as on protesters, adding that it's tough seeing things just feel so hopeless. I will just say that is just a glimpse of how a lot of people have been feeling for a long time, and we can't go back. I think our city is at a point of reckoning that only truth can bring us out of. Only truth can break us out. Only truth can take away the darkness. She says she doesn't want to be the permanent police chief, and she didn't apply for the position, which lets you know that they picked the highest ranking black woman they had and said, you gonna be the police chief. Calm these niggas down. That's what that means. She didn't want the position, she not gonna stay in it, and she didn't even apply for it. That lets you know they throwing you niggas a bone to get you niggas to calm down. So she went on to say, when you live in Louisville and you raise your kids here like I do, and your family here, I want that chief to be successful. So even though I wasn't interested in a full-time job, I realized that somebody has to stand in the gap. So the mayor's expected to name a new leader by the end of 2020. So she's just going to be on for until the end of the year. Like, we got a black woman. Look, Breonna Taylor got killed, but we got a black woman as the police chief. Look, whatever, man. She acknowledged that improving community relations, reducing crime, and boosting officer morale simultaneously won't be an easy task, but said she is in as good a position as anyone could be. Being a black woman and a veteran and a former police officer, when you've worn all the hats of people who are out here wanting to be heard, and you've worked in a place where you've tried to be heard, it didn't necessarily feel like you were, I just feel like I have that type of experience that I can bring in there. People are just so far apart, and maybe I can be in the middle and I can bridge it. This woman, man, she playing at 50 with her cops. She not all the way with her cops, and she not all the way with you niggas, and that's gonna be trouble. That's gonna be trouble. That's gonna be trouble. Okay, that's gonna be trouble. All right. She got to pick a side, and she trying to play the middle. She didn't even want the damn job. They basically forced her to take it as the highest ranking black female on the Louisville department. But a lot of you guys talk about Breonna and how much you care about black women. All you niggas care so much about these black women that get Breonna, black women too. Black women lives matter too. You mean black women lives who get killed by cops matter. Because this the gun memorial. And I can show you just in the last few days, I can show you a bunch of black women. Look at this. Young girl 5 horrifically shot dead as boy 14 is charged in case. 5-year-old girl shot by a 14-year-old Negro. Charlotte. If you don't care about her life, if you ain't know her damn name, and you ain't care about this girl, what type of person is you to get in my comment section or get online and chastise people about not still talking about Breonna 4 or 5 months later? Huh? Huh? 2 people have now been charged in the shooting death of a 5-year-old girl in Northeast Charlotte. The 5-year-old girl died after being shot inside a home Wednesday night. Around 9:30 p.m., they found Armani Behringer with the life-threatening gunshot wound to the neck. She was transported to the hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. In the aftermath of the shooting, homicide detectives interviewed a 14-year-old at the home. The teenager, who has not been publicly identified, was charged with involuntary manslaughter. On Thursday, investigators announced an adult had also been charged in connection with the shooting. The adult is being charged with failure to secure a firearm. You niggas don't care about her. Shot by a little, and she wasn't in the game. She don't know no players. These are just the black women. Felisa, I guess it's Felisa, I just say Felisa Trimble, 54. Shot in Cincinnati. She was shot just before 1 a.m. Police found her after responding to a shot spotter alert. So you know what that means? Nobody called the police when she got shot. That's what that means. She had been shot once in the side. Police have not said if they have any suspects, which means they don't have any suspects. How many of y'all gonna get out there and demand justice for this woman? Huh? How many of y'all gonna get out there and demand justice for this woman? Her killers ain't been locked up. So the September 9th, this is the last day they got data for. Let's see. How many sisters got killed, since you guys care so much about sisters? Sister, black female lives matter. Oh, let's see. Antoinette Rogers. She got killed September 8th. By her husband. Shot by her husband. As she sat in her car. Well, at least they know who did that. This woman. Shot by her husband. In Orlando. This the last couple of days. Black woman, and this is only the ones that have been shot. These ain't the ones that have been stabbed, choked. These are just the ones who have been shot. You see all them black men. Look at all these black men's faces. Nobody gives a shit about them because they ain't get killed by cops. But since y'all care about black women, what about DeJory Queen Wilson? 8 years old. Killed in Chicago. Riding in the car with her parents. Well, they got close to their goal. They didn't get to 12. They didn't get to 14 million on one GoFundMe that George Floyd got, and the 6 million on the other, but they close to their goal of 12,000. She ain't gonna get a gold casket, but she gonna get something. There'll be no protest. These are the last few days. She wasn't in the game. That girl was not in the game. Look at this one. Crystal Williams. She got killed during a triple shooting. Mother and daughter killed. Yep. Ex-boyfriend killed her. And that's her mother right there, Danielle Sims. You know that's her mother because she black. They got different last names. Yep. Same article. That's her mother. Dominique Nina Haran. South Bend, Indiana. Riding in the backseat of a car. Just ride down the street. So we got some of these women been killed by their husbands or their boyfriend. But then we got a lot of these women who would just ride down the street. So this woman killed her. Okay, so they caught the person who killed her. Jeanette Williams. I guess she black. She got braids in her hair, whatever. There's an altercation. Carried on into the parking lot. Turned out shots were fired from unrelated individuals somewhere in the vicinity of the bar. Police found a bullet that struck Heron from the back and exited through her chest. Found a 9mm projectile casing in the car. She got killed over some bullshit. Over some bullshit at the club. Should she not have gone to the club? She ain't deserved to die. Look at all these niggas that got killed. God damn. I'm only focusing on the women because it's Breonna Taylor. Sandra McCall. Woman killed and 3 others injured in a shooting. So all these shootings in Blackistan. You niggas got the nerve to still be talking about Breonna 4 or 5 months later. 1 woman died, 3 others were injured in a shooting Sunday afternoon in St. Louis. They arrived to find a woman lying on the street with multiple gunshot wounds. 54-year-old woman, a 59-year-old man, and a 47-year-old man, and a 29-year-old man. God damn. These things from 8 to 80, blind, deaf, and crazy. You can get shot in Blackistan. No other information. There's no other information on the shooting. No suspects. Y'all gonna demand that the people who killed Sandra McCall, you're gonna demand that their cohorts turn them in. Justice for Sandra McCall. Y'all don't do that shit with niggas, because you know niggas will come see your ass. You know the police gotta be civil. Y'all don't do this shit when niggas kill somebody. Kobe Reed, Montgomery. A Montgomery teen has been charged with capital murder following a weekend shooting, according to Montgomery Police Department. Julian Zagaglia, 18, has been arrested.
New details now in a Montgomery crime investigation we've been following. Police have made an arrest in connection with a weekend homicide. 18-year-old Julian Zagaglia is charged with capital murder for the death of 18.
Okay, so you niggas might care about this one. A white boy did it. I don't care if he's Hispanic. I don't care if he's Hispanic, is white Hispanic, is black Hispanics. He a white boy. Y'all might care about this one because a white guy did it. This might be the only murder of a sister in the last 2 or 3 days that y'all might care about. This might be the only murder of a sister in the last 2 or 3 days that y'all might care about. The only one. Because a white guy did it. Being charged with it. The rest with is no suspects. The husband or the boyfriend did it. The person was just riding in a car that got shot. Little kids, little girls, y'all don't care. Y'all only care about Breonna because she was killed by a police officer. Which makes you a terrible person. Now her family members is different. But you motherfuckers that's just out here making a fuss and burning down people's businesses and doing stupid shit, you only care about Breonna because she was killed by a cop. And that makes you a shitty person. Okay? You're a bad person. You're a bad seed. You suck. You suck. Because you only care about Breonna because she was killed by a police officer. So let's go see what's going on in Louisville since Breonna got killed. Let's just do the last couple of days. We don't even have to go that far back. All these black people that been getting killed in Louisville. And Louisville, it's got some black folk, but it's just like America. We a percentage of the population. There's no reason we should be the majority of the murders. All these niggas that got killed in Louisville recently. Anybody care about Trinity Randolph? So they caught a guy who killed her. Finally, after a long time. Salute to the Louisville Police Department, because they didn't know who killed her for a long time. Salute to the Louisville Police Department for catching the person who killed Trinity. This guy, he killed Trinity. Allegedly. It was a drive-by. Her father was shot too, but she got killed. 3 years old, Louisville. Did anybody who heard about Trinity anywhere other but this channel? Because we did a video on it when it happened. But who heard about Trinity anywhere else but this channel? And this happened August 14th. Breonna happened back in fucking February. So all these black people, man. At least there's some white people getting killed in this city. Huh? Two found shot to death in vehicle. Peyton Armstead. Found shot to death in a car. You know, all I want to know, with the investigation ongoing, no suspects. Is y'all niggas gonna call for the people who killed Peyton Armstead to turn themselves in? Are y'all demanding justice for Peyton Armstead? This happened July 31st. All these niggas, man. Sorry, niggas. I gotta focus on the women on this one. Sorry, niggas. I know you niggas' lives matter too, but woman shot to death in the alley. Linda Gibson shot to death in the alley, 38 years old. Linda Gibson found shot to death in the alley. You know what I want to find out? Has not identified any suspects. No suspects identified. If you have any information, call the tip line. This woman was found shot to death in the alley. Nobody gives a fuck. You niggas is virtue signaling in my comments. Get the fuck out of my comment section, virtue signal. All these niggas, man. God damn. This girl, she got shot. They arrested a man for shooting her. Deja Neal. LaDeja Neal. She had a son. She had a little baby. Shot downtown Louisville. You niggas don't care. You only care about Breonna because she was shot by a cop, and that makes you a shitty person. You suck. If you're not her family, you're not her folks, you suck for that. She was one of two people shot in downtown Louisville. And this was probably in the fucking Breonna Taylor protest or something down there. It's the guy who shot her, allegedly. He says it was an accident. He told cops it was an accident. Let's do one more. Shakira Blakemore, 28. And knowing that you niggas don't give two fucks about these people. Her and another man were killed. No suspects. Well, the reason we care about black people get killed by police, and we don't care about when black people get killed by other black people, is because when a black person kill a black person, that black person go to jail for life. And when the police kill a black person, they get a paid vacation. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That been debunked. Both of these cities, some of these cities only solve 10% of their murders. You lucky if you find a democratically run city that solve half of their murders. You'll be lucky to find one. The majority of them is fucking 10, 12, 15% of the murders. That's what they solve. If you lucky. When a black person kill another black person, they go to jail for the rest of their life. Shut the fuck up, you cornball. That's why I hate you Black Lives Matter niggas. You niggas not from the streets, and y'all talking about street shit. You have no fucking clue. Fucking 80% of the murders go unsolved, jackass. Let's do one more for the people. Make sure y'all hit that like button, and make sure you hit that fucking PayPal and that Cash App. Salute to all you people that have been doing that. Kelsey Small, 15 years old. This was May 9th. The victim of a deadly shooting on Caldwell Street at 2:30 a.m. Officers arrived, they found Small and a 15-year-old boy. So the two 15-year-olds were shot. She was pronounced dead. There's nothing about any suspects. There's nothing about any suspects. Let's see this other article. Let's see if we can find out any more information about what happened to her. This young lady, Kelsey Small. So she's 19. Okay, so she was. They had it wrong in the first article. She's 19. No information. They have nothing. The 19-year-old girl is dead. No, nobody in custody, nothing. You niggas You niggas suck. Because you only care about people get killed by police. You don't give a fuck. If Breonna would have got killed and some niggas, some beef with her crew and another crew, you niggas wouldn't even know her fucking name. Hit the like button, man. Get in the comment section. Peace. I'm out.